Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep. We find ourselves once more in the Cartographer, and it is now episode 200 episodes. I don't even know how many hours of footage that is for an early access game. That is quite significant for this channel. It is very significant. I also got a notification from Google the last weekend actually, and they said, hey, you know what, your channel's been going for 5 years now. Congratulations. Go and get yourself a cheese sandwich or something. So yeah, that's good. So last time we went and we did stuff in the hole on our island. It's actually quite fitting that episode 200 is a map editor episode because, well, there's a lot of fun to be had in the map editor, and I have said it before, and I will say it again. When you are making maps, one of the best things to do is work on the map for about half an hour or so, then go away, go to work, go to school, go to college, because those things will help you out later in life or even in the immediacy, and think about the map, let your subconscious work on it, just sort of chip away, and then come back and have a little play. So I went away and I was thinking, yep, there's some more stuff we can do with this kind of mess of a hole. Now, it looks kind of messy from up here, but we know that once you're down there, down in the depths of the earth, everything gets a little bit dark, a little bit spooky, and as soon as the water is back on, well, you're gonna need a bigger boat or an aqualung or something. Boom, we are out of the water. So this episode, what I thought we could do, because we've got one half of the island, one half of the actual physical island is looking pretty sweet. That's the larger part. And I'm thinking, you know, people are going to want to build a house or a place to stay. They've got some stuff to do already. We've worked on the hole in the middle, which is pretty nice. It's got some stuff. It's got the shipwreck, which, yeah, I mean, if you want to take your raft in there, it's not going to stop you taking your raft in there. But I don't know. It kind of interrupts the idea of like a big blue hole in the ocean. But at the same time, it allows people who are coming along to explore the wreck. They go, oh, I'm going to explore the wreck. And then they look down. There's something down there. Maybe I'll dive down. And then they dive down. And then, whoa, there's something more down there. So it looks deeper than it actually is by design. I don't know if people are going to get down there on one lungful. But they're not going to spend all the time in the hole. There are weather effects. There are things like sea snakes. Now, somebody in the comments, I'm sorry, I can't get to the comments right now. The laptop is not logged into YouTube. But they were like, oh, what happens if the game puts a shark in there? And I'm like, I don't think so. You have these animals at the side. So you have the snake, the stingray, the tiger shark. I don't think the game will put these animals in randomly generated. The sea snake will go in. The lionfish would definitely go in, and there will be porcupines. I always get those things. The little thing with the spikes on that goes in the bottom of the sea. The sea stabby, spiny thing that I can't remember the name of because, I'll get back to that. I'll put my brain on long-term memory retrieval. Sea urchin, there we go. Done. Little file just got handed up. So the sea urchins, they will poison you as well. So there's still plenty of dangerous things. Now, I never worked out if you could drag a shark. If a shark was following you, whether you could drag it from one island tile into another, whether you could actually accidentally grab a great white and drag him in here. The main problem with taking a shark and bringing it in here is going to be that because this is very, very steep. These sides are very steep. You might find sharks and the like, because what they do is they swim up to the player and then they want to circle the player. They might just clip straight into the land and you get land sharks trapped under the island mesh. It might be very, very tricky to have something of that size here. So we'll let the game put in the danger and we'll just focus on bringing the fun. So this side of the island, the main problem with this side of the island is that it's kind of small. The whole island is very, very narrow. It's very sort of a narrow strip with a very circular thing in the center. There is no reason to come over here at the moment. In fact, there's no reason to come over here until we put some materials down, although it is the wider side, so people are like, oh, you know what, there's some stuff over here, we'll build a house over here, and then we'll never, ever come over here. And you think, well, I spent all that time making the island, why don't people want to come here? So what we're going to do is give players a reason to be here. Yeah, that's basically it. So you always need to think, am I going to build something for a player to climb? Am I going to build something for a player to explore or walk onto or do something? We got to do it in a way that doesn't ruin the sort of effect of the hole itself. But I think these offshore islands are pretty sweet. What I don't want to do is add a sea fort. Structure sea forts. Pro tip. As far as I can tell, you can only add about 2 sea forts. And you will need to add a way to get onto the sea fort, maybe some rocks, or put it low enough to the sea so that actually it might be too close to the sea, but because the extra ladder is just it won't render. There is no extra ladder there. So yeah, maximum of 2 of those if it's a player-made island. You can't put any more because if you put any more, they will not render. We had this problem a while ago. I put 2 down. The 3rd one would not render. They do actually look pretty sweet. Oh, actually, no, they do. They look pretty sweet if you stab them into the beach. I forgot about that. Yes, Sea Fort 1 is actually the best one because you can drop them right into the beach and have it. It's just this sort of weird oddity, I guess. Like an old gun platform or something. So you don't even need the entire Sea Fort. Oh, I wonder if that would actually render for everyone. There is a slight issue with this, and that is you will get the audio effect of the sea fort even if you have sand above it. So, keep that in mind if you are going to be playing around with stuff like that. I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave that there just to see if it settles in my mind. You can't rotate it. What was that it just clipped onto? Is that a rock down there? Yeah, probably. You can't rotate it. That looks pretty sweet to me. You just have to be a little bit wary of stuff like how the mesh is interacting with it, how much of this is going to poke above the surface, and how much you're going to get from it. That looks pretty sweet, actually. I wonder if the legs are poking out. They are not. Oh, yeah, it did. It did clip onto the rock. So we'll just turn the terrain. We'll turn the ocean off. We'll come down, and what I'm looking for. In fact, we can use the brush. The brush will light up blue if we're underneath the surface because we are the youth of the nation. And we're going to use that as a little spotlight just to make sure the legs of the sea fort aren't poking through there. They're not. Nice. Absolutely brilliant. So we could have that as just a little feature. And if it doesn't render for some people, if it, for whatever reason, it just doesn't do anything, then you know what? It's no loss. It's no loss. Good. Well, serendipity. Serendipity is a good thing. It allows you to just kind of build things, and yeah, some of the best things come from accidental exploration. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the set height. We're going to read, and we're going to take it from next to the ficus, and then we are going to do the same thing over here. We're going to change the brush. We're going to use the hard brush because now we don't need a soft edge for anything. We're going to change the size down. Of course we are. And what we're going to do is go up and away, and we are looking from way, way up in space, down on our island. What I don't want to do is put it over here, in the exact opposite corner of the island. I'm thinking, no, I want it over here, I think. So what I'm trying to avoid is not silhouette. Symmetry, that's it. I've been awake for a very long time. Symmetry. What I'm trying to avoid is symmetry. So, tiger of the night. Is it tiger of the night? Tiger, tiger, burning bright. Something about fearful symmetry. It's been a long time since I did GCSE level poetry. That's, if you're not British, that's high school poetry. It is terrible. I never really got on with that part of English, to be honest. Teachers going, "Oh, you know what would be good for you? Would you just make sure the amount is down? We can use a soft brush now. What is good for you? You can learn a bit of poetry and stuff." Actually, I got on well with Shakespeare, but only after becoming an adult. When I was at school, I hated Shakespeare. Didn't see the point in it. It's not till you get a little bit older and then you're like, actually, it's pretty sweet. Like Romeo and Juliet is just full on brutal. It's not really a love story. It's more just, it's kind of like Hercule Poirot, except Poirot doesn't solve the crime. The crime just carries on happening. Nice. So we are going to do what we've done before. This is deeper than before. Ooh, maybe. So what we're doing is we are raising up a little turf mound in the sea. And the reason we're doing that is so we can put some plants and stuff on it, and it gives people kind of an interesting thing to come and explore. And then we're going to just put some cliffs around it so the player can swim up to the island. Now, they can also walk to the island. We're going to put a second one in. So instead of putting a sea fort as something you can come out and have a look at, we're going to put another island in. We can put a bridge, a rock bridge over to it. Interesting, because that's also what I'm thinking about doing in here, putting some sort of arches and stuff, rock arches to explore. I think that'd be quite cool, just some features. But for the time being, let's fiddle around with this, and we're going to hit R. We're going to use our mouse. So we're going to press T. And we're going to move this in, and we're going to press C to clone that, and we're going to bring it out, and we're going to grab the blue toggle and press R so that it doesn't look like we've just cloned it and stamped it. Good. Avoiding pattern repeat is key to good photoshopping, and it's also paramount to making your map not look like, well, I guess my first map. What we're doing is we're just going to be putting this at different heights. Rotate. So yeah, avoid if you can clone stamping stuff. So rotate, change the angles, change the height, change the knock things over onto the side or pull them out a little bit so they're not just all facing upwards towards the sky. And then obviously if you are playing around with cliffs and rocks and stuff, make sure there's no holes that the player can fall down and not get out of. So we have a kind of like mound thing there. What we're going to do is go to the terrain. We are going to turn the ocean back on. Boom. And we have a little sort of bread mound thing going on. Nice. Okay, that's fine, but it's not brilliant. So what we're going to do is going to hit the smoothing tool. The smoothing tool is going to do two things. It's going to bring that down a bit. It's also going to bring the seabed up a little bit. Not a problem. I really want that to have grass on it. So we can use this. No, we won't. We'll use raise and lower. We'll make sure the amount is down. Inherited slider, because we don't want to have this thing punching up towards the moon. We have a soft brush. We're going to change the size down so we can actually see what's going on. We're just going to brush around the top like a mad person. And I tell you what, we're going to have some grass here. So altitude is key to getting the grass texture to show. So we'll do that. We'll bring it out here, sort of get it all stuck into the rocks. Interesting. There are two funny, interesting things. I did notice that with the latest update, the sand, walking on sand sound that they changed, kinds of sounds like more like a gravel path or more like a shale path, like a grit. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Like a grit path rather than sand. As a person who lives next to a huge beach. Sand really doesn't make that much sound, so from an audio point of view, it's a tricky thing to do. I suppose you can have sort of soft, sandy poofing noises? Is that a thing? I don't really know. Okay, so we've got this thing, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not too happy with the way this is going. We're going to turn the water off because two things. It is camera, please. Okay, we need objects. We need this is where it's being a bit of an issue. Because this is actually quite tall, and these cliffs are not that tall. And these cliffs are open at the bottom, although, fortunately, that's not being an issue for us at the moment. Okay. We might need to go bigger. It's okay to admit defeat, because you don't make an omelette without... Suddenly, bourbon and an RPG came to mind. If you have two of those together, that's probably a fun weekend, actually, but that's not how you make an omelette. Okay, fine. We're going to use Cliff 6. We're going to hit R, we're going to rotate. No, we're not. It's too big. We're going to go away. Cliff 5? Cliff 5 is too short. Cliff 6 is too big. Cliff 4, Cliff 3, what have we got? What have we got to play with? Because this is out way deeper than the other one. We don't have that much. Okay, what about Cliff 1? Are you gonna be the saver? Oh wow. Oh yes. Which raises the... Let's get Cliff 6 out a second. You're huge. Cliff 5 is not huge. No, what? So alright. We need the big cliffs. We need them big. Ooh, we need big. That's probably why we were having so much trouble. All right, I'm going to just hit delete and get rid of these boys. Sorry, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Now we're going to drop that down. We're going to clone you, so we're going to bring you out. We're going to hit R to rotate. That's much better. I was thinking this is an issue. There's something not quite working with this. Clone with C, R to rotate. T to transform. Yeah. Is it really transform if it's just moving it around? Don't know. In Photoshop, transform is sort of like a scale, I guess. You can... I suppose you can rotate it and move in and stuff. It's not a problem. So we'll go back to terrain, and we'll go back to our set height. No, we won't. We'll go to raise and lower. We'll make sure this is set properly, and then get some grass on this little island. We can play around with this forever, but we're not going to, because that would be stupid. Get some grass. Cool. All right. Okay, fine. Then we're going to go back to objects, and we're going to raise this up. So we're going to go blam, and then we're going to drag you in a bit. There we go. On the diagonal. Yes, this is beginning to look a little bit better. Right, good. You can come up, and you can come in. We can cut some of that mesh off. It's not an issue for us. Actually, I'll put a rock across there. You can come in as well. Okay, that's not bad. And then we will rotate. And then we will we'll move. R to rotate. And is that looking a bit? Yeah, it is. It's looking a bit like everything's kind of facing the same direction. Right, okay, T. That's better. It's much better. And then we can then stuff in something like Cliff 3. Yeah. Which isn't on the floor. We can kind of use it by meshing it in with everything else to make it look a little bit different. Cool. That's exactly what I want. So if we go and turn the terrain back on. No, I want terrain. I want the water. Water. Good. Excellent. And then we'll do the same thing over here. So we will hit up terrain. Hit up the return height from there. We'll do this. And then we will make another island. And we will Ooh, that's the edge of the world right there. So what we're going to do is hit up, terrain cog display ocean, so we don't accidentally. There we go. Make that slightly bigger. This is going to be a little bit more offshore. Oh, we need the mount up. Hello, world. Much better. Much better. So we've got a little island there, and what we can do is we can put a little rock thingy over. We'll get us, let's get this sort of first. So let's put some objects in, so we know cliff 1 works. Sweet. Cliff 1, please do your thing. We're going to have to rotate, we're going to have to tilt, we're going to have to do all the things, but first of all, we're going to get you around the island. So we're going to press R, rotate, T, move. Move faster. That's better. Oh yeah, that's much better. Good. C to clone, and then R to rotate, and since we are there, we're going to rotate it all the way around. T moves in. Nice. We're going to have to play around with the sort of terraininess of it. That's not a problem. C, clone, you can come over here. We are going to move you over here. We're going to rotate you. So we are very close to this huge drop-off. We go all the way down. Yeah, the light disappears. That is not a function of the water. It's a function of altitude in the game. Fun little thing there, actually. We'll come out. We will press R. Actually, I don't know what happens if you go up. I think... Oh, that is the ceiling. Not a lot. Not a lot. Everything gets a bit low detail. That's about it. Okay, fine. So we are just going to do this. Cool. So we've got this kind of rocky, islandy thing. Well, let's move you. Who am I moving there? I move you down. You are going to rotate out a little bit. You're going to rotate in a little bit. Okay. All right. And then we're going to use some other cliffs to kind of make it look as if there are different elements to this, so it doesn't look like like we've just dragged it out of a toolbox. There we go. Oh, that's pretty sweet. That's very sweet. Nice. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And then we can use cliff 5. Cool. So we got these sort of cliffs. And obviously, when a storm comes, it'll swamp the cliffs, but it won't swamp the land. It cannot swamp the land because it's not allowed to. I think this needs to be, this terrain needs to be adjusted. So we will set height from here. Did we set the height? No, we didn't. We were reading the wrong thing. We're doing the wrong thing. But now, set the size down. That's better. So we'll, boop, let's bring that up and bring that into the cliffs actually. So instead of trying to keep it inside our sort of cliff box, if you will, we have now allowed it to go into the cliffs, so we can get ourselves. This has a little bit more land. There we go, and we'll brush that back, and we'll do the same thing. It's going to be a little bit tricky just because of the way it's all working. Okay, that's not a problem. We'll do the same thing here. We'll kind of find the edges and just click into them. In fact, we can bring that out, thinking about it, read terrain height, bring you out into this area here. There we go. Making sure that we're not changing the terrain too much down the actual side of the world itself. We can bring that out there. Oh yeah, we can just fill that in. Oh, look at this, just filling in, man. That's great. So instead of like a round island, now we have an island that's filled in the gaps. Nice. So what we'll do is hit the smooth tool because we want some of the areas to be a little bit smoother on the edges. Nice. Yeah, no, that's real nice. Okay, cool. And smooth that down there. And then raise all the way down. Soft. And just, raise. Come up. Just a little bit. Just on the middle. And then we can hit lower, just lower it a little bit. And we'll do the same thing here. We'll just lower and raise, so it's not flat, not like 100% flat. So if you're coming here, you're like. So we're just going to have a little look at what we've done. I'm going to change the size down because there's a little peak there. Smooth that off. Smooth that off. I think everything's pretty sweet. There's a little bit of rock poking through. It's not a problem. What's going on here? We're going to do the same thing that we've done before. So let's find this boy. Oh, I've already used that. Already used it. Right. 4. Yes. 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 I'm liking what's going on here. Are we in the ground? Yeah, we're in the ground. Okay, cool. So I'll just move that down a little bit more. So it's kind of in the water. That's not going to be an issue for us. We'll put the water back on. Blammo. So we've got these islands off the coast. Ooh, now it's looking a little bit more interesting. Huh, cool. This is a bit of an issue for us. Now the water's back on. So we hit terrain. We hit raise and lower. Hit lower. Make sure the mountain's tuned down and just push this in real gentle. So we end up with like a little gully, one that we could put ferns in. A fern gully, if you will. Cool. So we'll do this. I'll push it back down to the rock. Okay. Do the same thing there because it's looking a little bit weird. Any holes in the mesh? No. Okay, cool. So it's just let's get rid of that sand. Good. All right. Good. Good, 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 and good. So you can swim across if you want to. But we're going to use some rocks now. We're going to use big rocks. Big rocks. Okay, cool. And we are going to... All right, well, that's, it's trying to clip onto the... whatever it's got, actually. The edge of the rock. So it's trying to follow the face, the vertices. Is it vertices? Oh, I don't know. Over here. Yep, good. Cool. And we're going to throw another big rock here. The question is this too far away for this to actually be believable? I think there's only one way to find out. One way to find out. Well, there's several ways to find out, but if we don't do it, we'll never know. So what we'll do is we will put a big rock there. Let's get a big rock. Nice, okay. All right. Rotate. Yes. T down. Oh, yeah. All right. So, the thing about big rocks is they weigh a lot of... There's a lot of weight in them, a lot of mass in rocks. But then what people forget is there's also a lot of mass in the sea. An awful lot of energy, equivalent to, well, many, many atomic bombs. So if you are... How do we... Oh, no, I didn't want to climb that. I've climbed it! I was trying to go down, and I accidentally climbed it, because I was hitting the wrong button. I was thinking, ooh, I missed Subnautica. No, let's just delete what we've got selected. Cool. Yeah, C does not make you go down. Let's make sure we've got the right thing selected. So we just need it to touch. We don't need it to actually... So we're going to hit rotate. It's not touching. It's not touching. Red toggle. Come back. There we go. And then throw something in there. Oh, actually, we could throw a smaller rock in there. Small rock. Yeah, that might actually work quite well. It does! Oh, it works really well. Okay, cool. So we'll just dress this area a little bit more. Not you, though. So we use some other big rocks. And what we'll do... Is that the really gnarly one? Okay, don't know. Just so that it's not just like, oh, there's a suddenly big rock and it's a little bit weird. Also, we might need to throw some stuff in the ground as well. So we'll grab big rock and throw it in the water and then throw another one here. And it's not going to matter too much about rotating it and stuff. Just so that it's not just like, hey, these things are suddenly here. Cool. And if we use like a big rock here, now there was, see, if I just raise this up, can you go up? Can we go up? Anyway, there we go. So we've got this repeated pattern here, these two triangles. And what we're doing is you're using this bit of rock to break up that repeated pattern. Very simple, very quick. We have to get a little bit of a hole here where water comes through. So what we'll do is rotate it. Donk. In fact, we could probably rotate it quite a lot because I'm not sure if a player is going to come along and say, oh, you know what, that looks a bit weird. So we don't want weird. There we go. Oh, but what if you stop people climbing up from the sea? Well, they can climb up here onto this island and walk across. Oh yeah, pretty sweet, huh? We need another rock. We're going to use you, and we're going to rotate, and we're going to rotate the other way. And on the red line, and press T, and grab blue, pull you back, and then do a little rotate on blue. Yep. So basically what I'm doing now is I've noticed that there is a bit of dark textured rock there, and I don't really want that. So I'm just going to bring this up. So you can still climb up there. It's not really an issue. You've got some water and everything, and then you can just climb up, and you don't get that sort of weird bit of rock. You've got something that we've placed there, and that's a shadow. That's okay. Cool. Cool. So you got something to climb on. Yeah, you got something to climb on. Is that high enough? Don't know. We can always think about that and come back to it in our minds. Cool. So we can throw some stuff here. And what's the reward for climbing out here? Well, we're going to throw some medical plants. I think that would be kind of cool. So we're going to need some tree cover. Tree cover, what are you doing? We are going to find the ficus, which apparently was not giving you sunburn protection, which is why on, I think, Deep Blue Sea, we kept getting burnt real quick. And I'm like, this is stupid. There's so many trees. And it's like, yeah, but it's not actually helping there, my friend. And I'm like, you could have told me before instead of having us like burn our faces off. It's like, this is a little bit stupid, no? That is actually pretty sweet the way it is. Yeah, that's pretty sweet the way it is. It kind of covers a lot of the island with its overhang. Nice. What we might do is throw some little rocks down. So if we find rocks, items, rocks, no, yep, little rocks, small rocks. Rocks that says your face, no? Oh, no. Just put them in the ground. We will grab another one. Press R, rotate, press T. Grab you, move you in a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. It's just to break up the ground a little bit so that we can throw something in there in terms of plants. So we'll grab trees. No, we'll grab trees, thank you. And we will grab A for aloe vera. You want a little bit of local healing. This is a good plant for you. We'll put it next to the rock. I'll just rotate so the leaves aren't quite so obviously poking through the rock itself. Nice, and a little shrubby shrub, a little bit of food maybe. So we can add a guava tree. Yeah, that's real nice, real nice. Make sure it's poked into the ground, which it is, and it's upright. It is, because plants are usually upright. They are, which this is not. No, it is. Hooray! Good. That's good. Then we can use some other things as well. There's a bit of PP. Is PP actually used for anything? Oh, I tell you what, we can put down. Where is the other plant? Oh no. The other medical plant is not here. The breath booster plant, which would be really cool to have. Pine small, potato, palm frond, logs, cur, ficus, driftwood. No, it's not. It's not there. So one of the medical plants looks like it's missing. Oh, okay, that could be an issue. Yeah, PP is not used for anything as far as I know, or is it the guava lava plant? One of these isn't used for something. I think the guava lava is, the PP is not. So you get a medical plant if you come all the way out here. Cool. We'll throw another tree here as well. It's going to be a ficus just because I like the shape of it. But not this one. It's too big. Too big. But we can throw the ficus in. What we'll do is we'll throw it down. And then, oh, this could be tricky. A little bit tricky. All right, let's get the roots in the ground. Cool. Check it out. We're doing. I mean, we can have it so that the leaves are off to one side. What I don't want is. All right, that's not a problem. It's not a problem. We can deal with this. Okay, what we'll need to do, because these roots are going to just poke out here. What we'll do is we'll grab a rock. We're going to grab a rock. A little bit of. Oh my word, that's big. But it's not a problem, because if you want to get to this island, you're going to have to work out how to get to it. It's a little bit of a puzzle there. And we'll just do this. So, camera, please. Yeah, it's like parallel parking. I don't normally like having the roots clipped into a rock, but in this occasion it works quite well. Got a little bit of an overhang. You still, if you want to get up there, you can still get up there. So you can get across the two islands. That's pretty sweet. Okay, fine. Fine. So there's reasons for being here. You could do a bit of mining, maybe? No, it looks silly. It looks a little bit odd. We'll put that in the sea somewhere. Okay, plants. We need to go back to our plants. Actually, no, we need to go back to our rocks. Small rock one? Yeah. Okay, small rock one. We'll pop you into the ground a little bit. Maybe rotate you a little bit. R to rotate. There we go. And then we could let's put a nana plant in. So trees. That's items. Trees. Banana plant. Hello. Good for your small garden needs, unless it grows up, in which case it would be a monster. But is it? It's going to be a Triffid, no? Yes. Was that John Wyndham's Day of the Triffids? Where the plants, people are using the plants for oil, and then the plants are like, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to go for a walk now and just eat people. And at the same time, there's everyone's affected by a meteor. So one freak event leads to another event, and it's actually a really good book. I recommend the book over. There was a BBC adaptation. There's a couple of them. The older one is pretty sweet. I'm not so sure about the newer one. I've got it on Blu-ray, but yeah, I don't know. Like, the BBC recently has not been great. It's got to be honest. Gonna be honest. So we got palms. Oh, I know what you can do is use these ficus sticks and hit R to rotate and just have them just kind of poking out a little bit. Press T, push them down. Wrong thing. That's the effect of the. All right, are we on the right thing now? Yes, we are. Yeah, it's a weird thing where it just jumps and grips something else. So we'll grab this little ficus tree and we'll do the same thing here. R to rotate away from the main body of the tree. Just make sure it's. There we go. Just make sure it's kind of cool. Yeah, now it's for some reason it's gone and jumped onto the rock. What was the other thing? There was another Kura tree. There we go. I'll throw a Kura tree in. Hello, Kura tree. Are you vertical? You are now. Are you in the ground? Oh, you definitely are now. And bear in mind there'll be grass and stuff here as well. So we've got ourselves a little garden centre on this island with some medicinal plants and stuff. Cool. That's actually pretty sweet. So we've got, and we can throw some logs and stuff down. There's like a little reward for getting out here. So we'll do that. Make sure we are actually selected. The thing about this is, it is a physics object, so we need to place it somewhere where it's not going to roll away. At the same time, what I'll do is I'll just place it just above the ground. So not touching the ground, just above the ground. I don't want it to bounce out and physics out and just do some weird stuff while people are coming up to the island. I tell you what, we'll actually place it a little bit further this way, just so it doesn't have a chance to roll away. There we go. I'll just pop it there. Good, excellent. Probably throw in a little bush. A little bush would be nice. A little bush. Press R, make sure it's vertical. Press T, make sure it's on the ground. Just a little bit. Because otherwise you'll end up with floating trees, and that's just weird. Weird and weird and weird. We could throw a driftwood pile in, actually. Yep. Yeah, we could do that. There we go. Anything else that we can have over here? Driftwood pile, is that looking a little bit strange? To rotate. Looking less strange now. You might lose the sticks into the abyss because the abyss kind of starts there, but it's a risk. You know, do it properly and you get all the sticks. Do it wrong, choose poorly, and you lose the sticks. Ooh. I'll put some palms here. Is it going to look weird? Maybe not. You can't rotate the palms. Palm 3? Not sure with these offshore islands whether the palms are a good way to go. I'll leave that one for now, just in case I'm like, yeah, just in case it kind of settles in my mind as a good thing. Huh. And a little potato. I can't remember if, oh no, look, potatoes are not going in. Yeah, I think there was a problem with potato plants. You can get them off the main islands, but for some reason, they don't work very well on these islands. Player-made islands. Can I get you? No. Potato. No, potatoes do not work. Do not work. Okay, fine. Ooh, a yucca. That would be quite nice over here, actually. That would be sweet. So we'll put the yucca in because people are going to need some stuff. That would actually encourage people to come over here by itself, so if it's visible from the island. Oh yeah, there's a yucca. Oh, that's... You know what? It's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. So I was a little bit hesitant when we were doing the first island. It was looking a bit rough, but I think we've salvaged it. We've got a little rock bridge. So we've got these two little islands. That's pretty neat. So we've started introducing things to help people to come out this way. What I might do is pull this out a little bit, just sort of play around with this. And I'll leave the sea fort, which we've probably all forgotten about now. Here, we might just change the seabed on this side. And this boy here, the wreck, is, well, that was there just to give us an idea of depth. I might throw that out somewhere else. So there's still quite a lot of things to do on this map. For the time being, I'm going to leave it there. So we've worked on something that's quite intricate, quite tricky, and I think we might actually have succeeded in our goal in keeping the island fairly low. So we don't want things to be too high, but we do want things to be interesting, and we do want people to come out and explore. So we've got that. We've got sort of a repeat over here, which we're probably not going to do too much more. We might throw some rocks and stuff in. And then we've got the main event, the big blue hole with all the fun stuff. Boom! In there. Whoa! It's all creepy and dark and very deep. Good. You know what? Though? I think I might leave it there for the time being. So, if you're watching this and you're like, I'm kind of liking this, and I would like to see more of this channel, no? Definitely leave a little like, leave a subscribe, and if there's a little bell thing, definitely click that, because that will give you notifications when a video goes live. And you know what? I'll catch you next time.